How are we doing, everyone? I've critiqued and analysed and sort of reviewed potential takeovers of Manchester United from Dubai, from Saudi Arabia, from Apple, from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I've spoken about others, and today the spotlight goes on USA. And today I'm going to be taking a look at Harris Blitzer, who are a sports investment, I don't know what to call them, venture capitalists, you suppose you can go. They're American owners. Alarm bells ringing because of the Glazers. I want to try and give as much scrutiny to American owners as I am with Middle Eastern owners, as I will with every new potential owner of Manchester United. What I want to do in this video is try and help you understand who Harris Blitzer are, what investments they've had, where would their interest lie, would there be conflicts of interest, how much are they worth. I'll try and explain it all in this video for you, so make sure you please drop a like on it. I do a lot of research into these videos. Big up to George, who helps make those happen. Let's talk about Harris Blitzer, right? Sports and entertainment. It is a group made up of two billionaires. That is Josh Harris and David Blitzer. And they are serial investors. Now, Josh Harris, Forbes has got his net worth down there as around about 6.2 billion. And David Blitzer, approximations are around about 1.3 billion. So in total combined, they're in charge of a lot of dough. Their net worth there in excess of $7.5 billion. Is that enough to buy Manchester United? Question marks. Is that enough to invest what Manchester United need to catch up with City and Liverpool? Even more question marks. And when you take a look at, as I said, at Josh Harris, let's put his picture up here, Josh Harris and David Blitzer, they are serial investors and very successful at what they do. Let me explain some of the investments that they've done. Starting with the biggest, and that's the Philadelphia 76ers. They bought the NBA franchise back in 2011 for around about $280 million. And look at the value of them now. You go back here, that's around about 2011, about 330 million, and we scoot along to 2021, just under 2.5 billion. I can't even do the maths on that. What's that? 7 times it's gone up in value. And they have invested inside the 76ers as well. This was back in 2016 when they built them a state-of-the-art training facility. 2 full-size NBA courts in there. Everything from NBA courts, dressing rooms, to pool tables. Very, very nice. They've made a lot of money and a lot of dough off buying the 76ers. And it's not just in the NBA. Let me explain this list. And it's a list of investments that they've got. We go here to 2013 when they bought, what was it? The New Jersey Devils NFL team. They bought them in 2013, I think that was. Yep, was that 2 years after they bought the 76ers? I think so, thereabouts. And again, they've made a lot of money. 2013 worth 320. Over doubled in value here to 2021 to 775 million. So that's an NBA team and an NFL and NHL team under the HB Sports and Entertainment franchise. And it's not just in America. They came over to the UK, and it's with Crystal Palace, where I say this is obviously the biggest question mark I think any United fan should probably have over it. What would this mean in terms of conflict of interest if hypothetically Harris Blitzer were to buy Manchester United? But they came in with a 50 million investment, and they bought a minority stake in Crystal Palace. And if you look at what's going on at the moment, they've just finally got the go-ahead for their redevelopment of Selhurst Park and the new main stand. That's going to cost a lot of dough. I don't know whether that's coming directly from Harris Blitzer, whether they've got no idea about the ins and outs of it, but that's what's happening from a Crystal Palace perspective. So we've got Philadelphia 76ers, we've got New Jersey Devils, and you've got Crystal Palace. And there are others in here too. Real Salt Lake, and this has only happened in January. Real Salt Lake was acquired by David Blitzer, not by Josh Harris himself, so I don't know whether this comes down underneath the franchise, but David Blitzer involved inside this deal for Real Salt Lake, of course, who play in the MLS. And there's more on top of that. Why? You got an MLS team, you got an NBA team, you got an NHL team. You can't really afford an NFL team. Where do we go next? Let's go here and we'll buy a Major League Baseball team. Cleveland Guardians deal to sell minority stake to David Blitzer was confirmed by the MLB back in June. So in 2022 alone, David Blitzer has been involved in a deal that's seen him by Real Salt Lake and Cleveland Guardians. They are serial investors. And that's the main thing I want to get across before we have a discussion here. If we go over to the HB Sports Entertainment website and we look down it, it's not just in sports either. Well, depending on your definition of sports. Philadelphia 76ers, New Jersey Devils, the Prudential Center, which I believe is a huge, what is it? It's a massive world-class sports and entertainment venue. Not the only one they've got. They bought Dignitas. Fun fact, I used to play against Dignitas when I was playing Call of Duty professionally. Well, for a little bit anyway. They've got, what is that? Real estate? Don't know what that is. Innovation Lab. What's this one down here? Grammy Museum experience at the Prudential Center. Real estate. Elevate, another venue. Blue Coats. What's that? Delaware Blue Coats, NBA G League affiliate. Go down here. Don't know what that is. 76ers Gaming Club. Go over here. 76ers owners expand esports empire with Clutch Gaming purchase. They invest money left, right, and center into a ton of different things. Alarm bells. Definite alarm bells are ringing there. When it comes to where their interest lies, it lies in making money. And making money alone. And the concept of them buying Manchester United would simply, purely be from a business perspective and a business perspective alone. And for all of us who have been stung by what's happened over the last 17 years, the concept of getting a set of owners like that would strike fear into us. And I suppose the main reason that we're having a conversation here about Harris and Blitzer is because both of them got onto the shortlist. Well, their bid was on the shortlist for taking over Chelsea. Now, this is an article from the Athletic, sorry. If I was just to read a few parts of it, just to give you a little bit of insight into who they are as owners. So obviously they're in sports investment. According to the Athletic, their Crystal Palace investment would have to be divested if they bought Chelsea. If that had gone through, so if they were to buy Man United, presumably the same thing would happen. They have been builders of institutions, quote unquote. Harris is quieter in discussions over strategy, and Blitzer is more in action and outspoken. Passionate about sports, David Blitzer spent 10 years living in London. They don't cut corners. They're not looking to make a quick profit and leave. They solidified and restored the 76ers brand. And Blitzer said it is important to focus on the fans and the fan experience. Well, yeah, I believe that when I see it. But there is no doubt that Blitzer and Harris are good at what they do, right? If we go back here, as I said, if we look at the Philadelphia 76ers, how much money they've made there. If you look at the New Jersey Devils and the money they're making there. If you look at Crystal Palace, they're just about to build that new stand, and that will no doubt help. They've got Real Salt Lake, Cleveland Guardians. They've got esports franchises. They've got shopping centers. They've got their fingers in so many pies. It is unbelievable. They are money makers, and that is that's who they are. So the idea of them buying Manchester United would scare me. It would scare me. And that's what I mean, right? I've done videos on Dubai and I've questioned the morality behind it. And I'm sitting here looking at American owners and I'm questioning all of it. Because it would scare the crap out of me, the idea that all of a sudden we go from Glazers V1 to Glazers V2. That's not what Manchester need. We don't need a sideways step. We need a revolutionary leap. And that's why this idea here of Harris and Blitzer, alarm bells. Now, they haven't actually come forward and put in a bid for Manchester United yet. But if we're looking at US consortiums who have the money, who have experience in it, you have to look at Harris and Blitzer because they put a bid in for Chelsea, because they got down to the shortlist, and because they've got experience in that field. I'd be surprised if they weren't interested in it. Maybe the conversations won't go past it because they don't have the depth of investment that's required. But there's no doubt that they should be considered as an option from USA, right? And that's why I'm doing this video. So you can let me know what you think about it in the comments below. As I said, my big fear, looking at just looking at one more time here, just looking at all the investments that they've got. You go over here, you go back to it. You got the Philadelphia 76ers, the New York Devils, the two main teams. You've got the Cleveland Guardians now, who David Blitzer's bought a stake in. Real Salt Lake, the MLS team. They've got a Prudential Center. They've got esports teams. They've got investments coming out of their ears. And Manchester United, to them, if they were to buy us, would just be another investment that they want to make money from. Would they be the right owners? You can let me know in the comments below. I think, yeah, you can tell a bit by my tone here that, yeah, US investors, I don't want Manchester United to go there. Ah, shit, me. I don't know who I want to be Manchester United's new owners. I just want people who have the best intentions in mind and don't just want to make a quick buck out of the club, because it's that mentality which has bled us dry. It's a tough situation, no matter which way you look at it. But you can let me know what you think in the comments below about Harris and Blitzer. Hopefully this video has helped you understand who they are. If they do come in with a bid, you will be a little bit more knowledgeable about exactly who they are. Let me know in the comments below if there's anybody else you'd like me to take a look at. Take it easy.